Good morning, folks. The title of this morning's video is, Are you a man or a mouse? Are you a man or a mouse? And I'll probably go on longer than I should on the video, but bear with me. It's a very important video. And it's 7:35 in the morning on Sunday morning, the 4th day of February 2024. I'm recording from Acadian, Acadian County, Nova Scotia. Are you a man or a mouse? Joe Gutrow of Gutrow's Grocery in Auld, Cove used to have expressions some of the community wanted to make a point to. He'd say, are you a man or a mouse? And they take in, and I love that expression, okay? And they take in, we have here three widows. I'm doing this on my own. Two of them are in their 70s. There are lead plaintiffs in the county of Acadian against some very terrible, unprincipled rigs, to put it mildly. I said in an earlier video that Mao Zedong, Stalin, and Hitler had, relative speaking, to Owen McCarran, Laurie Bushy, Glenn Horney, Rig, half-dead Huey Stewart, Testicle One, Donnie McDonald, Remy DeVoe, that Regan Plunkett, and Hyde of Disingenuousness, Bill McFarlane at Williams Point. They had some principle in them, or Big Mary and Anakin-ish, Flower Boy there, Andrew Murray, and of course you have this most awful of rigs, Dr. Willie Cormier, doctorate in ass kissing. Okay, relative speaking, for example, during World War I, they used gas. It was terrible. Men went blind. People were killed. During World War II, both sides were ready with gas masks and stuff, but it wasn't used. The Nazis, and they're awful. Hitler, one of the most evil men ever lived, responsible in excess of 50 million people's debts. They take but they didn't use gas. These people are totally, and speaking of World War I and II, I think of Robert Cunningham. He was the husband of one of my first Amway customers, Robert Cunningham, born in the United States from a monastery. He lived in a monastery with his wife, the late Marjorie Cunningham. She was an able dealer. Somebody once said, as a compliment, a bit of a battle axe. If you go to war, you want to have her on your side. Her maiden name was Jerwa. Keep that in mind. Her maiden name was Jerwa. Miss Cunningham's mother, Marjorie, was a Jerwa who married Robert Cunningham. He was a veteran of World War I. He was affected by gas, and he'd be always reading in another room in the house, and he'd been affected by gas. He didn't go blind, thank God, but in World War I. And they were all Johnny Belong, the saintly Johnny Belong in Cape Jack, the saintly Robert Michaud from Auld Cove that was born in Sherbrooke, the saintly Esther Pond from Port Hood that just died, the last member of the Angus L. MacDonald, Port Hood, beautiful Cape Breton Island, of the Angus L. MacDonald Legion branch in Inverness. She was in her late 90s, a wonderful lady. What do they all have in common? Robert Cunningham, saintly Johnny Belong, saintly Mr. Robert Michaud, Bob they called him, Esther Pond. All of them were volunteers. Not one of them, not one, was taken and forced into enlisting. They were taken. They were not conscripted. Everyone were volunteers. Right now, some people, I make a video and I get this little sign back. They love it, or thumbs up. They like it. And I'm not privy to money. Some money's coming in, but a lot more. This is aimed at ones and many. I know many personally have devoted. All the nations appreciate it, have donated very generously. The third time now. Third time. Okay, but there's those that can do something, they're doing nothing. And I'd say if a war broke out, they'd say, it's a terrible thing, that war's bad, but let somebody else do it. Well, Robert Cunningham, Johnny Malone, Robert Bob Michaud, Esteban, none of that attitude with them. I'm recording from Acadian County, the lovely Acadian communities east of Nova Scotia, from East Harborbushy Village, West Harborbushy, Big Hill, Cape Jack, Frankville, Tracadie Monastery, etc. All these areas have a tremendous amount of tradesmen. You could bring the cement in and some lumber at one time. You could make the lumber locally, and you could build a big building just with the talent area. So lots of talent. And a priesthood, there was more respect for education in the Scotch. They came over later. The first French came over as soldiers, explorers, fur trappers, fishermen. They left school early and didn't get higher education, didn't become priests. The Scotch, you look at most of the priests are Scotch, and after it wasn't the wonderful Nigerians, East Indians, we couldn't operate the parish system that exists. Harborbushy St. Paul's Parish was founded by Father Hubert Jerwa, a native son of Tracadie, and to my knowledge, he's the first Acadian priest. There were some other ones that came in from Quebec. They were French too, and they were quite learned and capable priests, I understand. They just go back 100 to 200 years, 175, 200 years ago. But in 1856, which are almost at the 170th anniversary in 2 more years, St. Paul's Parish in Harborbushy was founded, and they're wonderful people, was founded by Father Hubert Jerwa Tracadie, who was, to my knowledge, the first Acadian priest in this area. Tracadie was founded by Pierre Benoit. Item I shared that night was done by Jeanette Benoit. Jeanette Benoit would be direct descendant of Pierre Benoit that founded Tracadie. He founded Tracadie in 1772, 252 years ago this spring. And think of that. The expulsion of Acadians had happened in the 1740s. And so less than 25, 30 years later, he was roaming around and had enough respect that he was allowed to stay. He came up from Arichat, beautiful Cape Breton. Tracadie was founded by Pierre Benoit of Arichat, Cape Breton Island, 252 years ago. His next 2 neighbors were 2 French brothers came up by the name of Frégère. We have Anne-Marie Long down the road. Anne-Marie Long, there's some connection to Jerwas in that family. Aunt, cousin, uncle, somehow, there's Jerwas in that family. There's backbone. There's backbone, okay? They take and Jeanette Benoit, backbone, okay? And I mentioned Hitler. Winston Churchill was half American. I'm half American. His mother was American. His father was, Randolph Churchill, I believe. And they take, and he had backbone. And everybody was against what he was doing. Army, speaking against Hitler Nazis. Oh, Hitler maybe did everything to me. Maybe he's a bad man, but did everything to me. Well, don't want to start a war and have to blow up, have some people killed and blow up some buildings and ships sunk and so on. Need some tanks. Need some planes. No, we never did anything. So it was a lady called Violet Boxham Carter. She was part Jewish, I believe. And Carter's not a Jewish name. You can read books on her. She was on the go in the 1920s, 30s, pre-World War II. And she backed Sir Winston Churchill to the hilt. So it's quite interesting that we have about 20 individuals, mainly women, and 3 lead plaintiffs. And they're all widows, and 2 of them are in their 70s now. One of them will probably get back. I think that one's over 70. One is close to 70. Another one is younger. Okay, a little bit younger. And so, again, are you men or mice? And I can figuratively apply this to some women. Okay. You got money for anything else, write a check, do an e-transfer to help the cause. There's it's let Acadianish decide.ca. They have Citizens United on one. This other one is raising money. Jeanette Benoit and several other people donating quite generously. Between every nation helps the cause. $60,000 they're going after these three ladies for. Why? Because they had figuratively, they're ladies. They had backbone and courage to stand up to Glenn Horney and Potbelly Pig and alias Pontius Pilate and so on. That stand up for all of us. So put your money where your mouth is. Are you men? Are you mice? As Joe Guttler used to say. And with that, I've gone on quite a bit, and I'm going to wrap this up. You can donate. You can donate by e-transfer. And several other ways to help the cause. You can donate to an account at Virgin Credit Union, 700-57117. 700-57117. I said Virgin Credit Union, by that I mean out. They're part of East Coast Credit Union, Acadianish branch of East Coast Credit Union, Harbour-Bushy branch, Port Hawkesbury branch, St. Andrews. There's lots of opportunities. The former Virgin Credit Union, the East Coast Credit Union, Acadianish, St. Andrews East Coast Credit Union branch, Harbour-Bushy, or Port Hawkesbury, New Glasgow, and there's several others. With that, I gotta go. Get a good breakfast yourself. I have the oatmeal ready to go. Thank you very much. All the best, guys. And I thank profusely. I'm not privy to who donates and what's donated, but I thank profusely to all those that are already given and those that want to give. It's now or never. Thank you very much. Bye for now.